China. It's the land of delicious dumplings, questionable knockoff products, and enough economic might to make even the most seasoned capitalist blush. But lurking beneath that veneer of friendly panda diplomacy is something a bit more intense. We're talking about the Ministry of State Security, or MSS, China's notoriously secretive intelligence agency. Now, I know what you're thinking, another shadowy government organization, but trust me, the MSS is not your run-of-the-mill spy network. Over the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the layers of secrecy surrounding the MSS, diving deep into their history, their tactics, and their growing global influence. We'll compare them to the all-stars of the intelligence world, the CIA, MI6, those sneaky FSB folks, and see how they stack up. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get very, very interesting. So who are these mysterious figures operating in the shadows? The MSS is essentially China's all-seeing, all-knowing intelligence service, answering directly to the Chinese Communist Party. Imagine if the CIA and the FBI had a baby, raised it on a strict diet of communist ideology, and then gave it a license to spy. That's the MSS in a nutshell. Established in 1983, this organization is relatively young compared to its Western counterparts, but don't let that fool you. What they lack in age, they more than make up for in ambition. The MSS isn't just about gathering intel on foreign governments, they're also tasked with maintaining a tight grip on what happens within China's borders. No pesky whistleblowers, no embarrassing leaks, just pure, unadulterated control of the narrative. But what truly sets the MSS apart is their unique blend of traditional espionage and cutting-edge technology. We're talking old-school spycraft combined with the latest in cyber warfare. And as China's influence continues to grow, you can bet the MSS will be right there with them, lurking in the shadows and pulling the strings. All right, folks, let's break down this behemoth of an organization, shall we? The MSS is structured much like any efficient, slightly terrifying government agency, with various departments laser-focused on specific tasks. First up, you've got your Domestic Security Bureau, the folks working tirelessly to ensure that everyone within China stays firmly in line. Think of them as the ever-watchful hall monitors of the Chinese Communist Party. Next, we have the Foreign Intelligence Bureau, the jet-setting branch of the MSS, responsible for gathering intel from around the globe. These are the folks who make James Bond look like a rank amateur, but wait, there's more. Don't forget the Cyber Operations Division, the digital wizards who spend their days hacking into anything with a motherboard. And then there's the Economic Espionage Unit, because why steal a country's secrets when you can just take their intellectual property and call it a day? And finally, no shadowy government agency would be complete without an Overseas Influence Bureau. These are the spin doctors of the MSS, crafting narratives and shaping public opinion far beyond China's borders. So there you have it. A brief glimpse into the sprawling, compartmentalized world of the MSS. Now, let's talk tradecraft, shall we? Because when it comes to espionage, the MSS doesn't just phone it in. They've got a whole bag of tricks, ranging from the classic to the downright diabolical. First up, you've got your good old-fashioned human intelligence, or HUMINT. We're talking trained spies, masters of disguise, fluent in multiple languages and able to charm the secrets out of anyone. But in today's digital age, it's all about cyber espionage. And let me tell you, the MSS are the undisputed heavyweight champions of the cyber ring. They've got their fingers in more digital pies than you can shake a USB stick at, allegedly hacking into government agencies, corporations, and even your grandmother's email account. And if you thought corporate espionage was just a plot line from a bad 90s thriller, think again. The MSS has allegedly turned stealing trade secrets into an art form. But the MSS isn't just about stealing secrets, they're also masters of manipulation. So, there you have it, the MSS playbook in all its morally ambiguous glory. Chapter 4 Notable MSS Espionage Cases. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds very cloak and dagger, but do they actually get anything done? Oh, you bet your sweet and sour pork they do. The MSS has been linked to some of the most brazen and audacious espionage cases in recent history. Remember back in 2011 when hackers infiltrated major US energy firms? That was Operation Night Dragon, and guess who was allegedly behind it? You got it? The MSS. And who could forget the Anthem cyber attack of 2015? Hackers breached Anthem, one of America's largest health insurance providers, and made off with the personal data of, get this, 80 million people. But the MSS isn't just about stealing secrets, they're also allegedly playing the long game. Take Huawei, for example, the Chinese tech giant that's been accused of using its technology to spy on people worldwide. And let's not forget the numerous arrests of alleged CIA informants in China in recent years. These are just a few examples of the MSS's handiwork, a testament to their growing capabilities and their willingness to push the boundaries of espionage in the 21st century. Now, in the bad old days, if a country wanted to spy on its enemies, they had to rely on clunky shortwave radios, hidden cameras, and dudes with code names like the Falcon. But thanks to the magic of the internet, espionage has gone digital, and nobody does digital espionage quite like the MSS. They've basically weaponized the internet, turning it into a vast, invisible spy network. And at the heart of this digital web of intrigue lies the Great Firewall of China. Officially, the Great Firewall is meant to protect innocent Chinese citizens from the evils of uncensored information. But it also conveniently allows the MSS to monitor and control everything that flows in and out of the country. And the MSS isn't working alone. They've got a whole army of patriotic hackers at their disposal, shadowy groups with cool names like APT-10 and APT-41. But the MS isn't just about brute force hacking. They're also masters of artificial intelligence and big data. And if that wasn't enough, they've even managed to integrate their intelligence operations with China's Belt and Road Initiative. Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but China's halfway across the world. How do they manage to spy on us from over there? Well, my friend, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? First off, let's talk about those friendly Chinese exchange students at your local university. Now, I'm not saying that they're all spies, but let's just say the MSS has a history of using academic institutions as a front for intelligence gathering. And speaking of infiltration, let's not forget about corporations. The MSS has allegedly been known to recruit employees within foreign firms, turning them into unwitting assets. But the MSS isn't just about brute force espionage, they're also masters of soft power. They understand that sometimes the best way to win a war is to never actually fight one. That's where their influence operations come in. And then there are the covert operations, the stuff of spy novels and late-night conspiracy theories. So where does all of this leave us? Well, dear viewer, I'm afraid the future of espionage is looking decidedly more Chinese. The MSS is evolving at a pace that would make even Darwin's head spin, incorporating cutting-edge technology and ruthless tactics to become a true force to be reckoned with. We're talking about AI-driven intelligence analysis, which allows them to sift through mountains of data and identify threats faster than you can say Xi Jinping. And then there's quantum computing, the holy grail of cryptography breaking. If the MSS cracks the quantum code, it could give them a major advantage in the global cyber warfare arena. But the MSS isn't limiting themselves to cyberspace. They're also expanding their space-based intelligence assets, launching satellites faster than you can say space race. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the MSS is also strengthening its ties with other intelligence agencies, particularly Russia's FSB. So buckle up, Buttercup, because the world of espionage is about to get a whole lot more complicated. As China's global ambitions grow, so too will the reach and influence of the MSS. So there you have it, a glimpse behind the curtain of China's secret agency, the MSS. From their humble beginnings to their current status as a global intelligence powerhouse, the MSS has come a long way in a relatively short time. Their sophisticated cyber operations, their brazen espionage tactics, and their mastery of information warfare make them a formidable force on the world stage. And as we enter an era of renewed great power competition, the MSS will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in shaping the future balance of power. So the next time you see a headline about Chinese espionage, remember the MSS, the silent hand guiding the world's most populous nation through the murky waters of international intrigue.